Hello subscribers, welcome to a live stream of Wizardry 6 Remastered. So we're doing an Iron Man run on Expert. Let's continue here. Alright, OBS, you're not cooperating. What are you doing? Okay. So we're still grinding so that we can get our alchemist leveled up, or unpetrified I should say. 57,000 experience is all we need on the priest. So let's finish this. I have the sound turned off in the game just to speed it up. Hey Jimmy, welcome in. How are you doing? Bunker Man, the Bunker Iron Man continues. It does. In fact, I'm probably going to be in the bunker another 2 weeks. Well, 3 weeks total. Wife and I are going to be extending our bunker trip. Hey, Dark Savant One, welcome in. How are you doing? Thank you again for that generous donation the other day. Really appreciate it. Okay, we got our Flamberg here on the fighter now. Let's do Nuclear Blast. Power 3 should be good. Today we should get back Zomble the Alchemist. Hopefully. Unpetrify. Then we can move on. Yeah, several more bunker weeks, Jimmy. Says if it was Kipper, if it was Kipper, I'd suspect he was laying low until the heat from his various crimes cooled off. Yeah, that would be a good call, Jimmy. That'd be a good call. I could see that being a circumstance. You're doing good? Glad to hear it, Dark Savant. About to hit level 5 on your ninja party, playing as you watch the stream. Nice. And you're doing Iron Man, right? Cool. He says you're right about the throwing sticks. Yeah, they're a little pricey, but they can be pretty darn powerful. Whirlwind. Oh, fighter leveled up. Nice. Let's see here. Just in case, let's do this. You're going to be class changing the back row at level 6. Gotcha. This is the fighter. All right, let's see how much we need on Jimmy the Priest. 52,000. We've been getting piddly encounters so far. It hasn't given us much experience. Says, yeah, you can change as much as you want from bard to thief and to fairy. Okay. Hey, I had to translate a little bit there on the typos. That's a different looking hammer. Let's check it out. Just a run-of-the-mill Warhammer. Okay, let's sell a few of these. The old Smitty. Breathes cold on us. Wow, halfway killed the mage. I want to check on my ninjutsu again. Let's check out the monks first. 67. I'm slowly going up. Bard 63. More roasted corn for us for later. 61. Wow. Chain hosen. That's an upgrade. Nice. Still getting upgrades. And the priest. 42,000 we need. Then I can turn music back on and we can move on. Well, assuming I'm going to get Cure Stone, I should. Spin to win. One of them resisted. Wow, we got all kinds of goodies. Hey, Mark, welcome in. How are you doing? Dark Savant says, do bards get mage spells in your master? No, they don't. They get so many musical instruments, they don't need mage spells. That makes them overpowered. In the original game, bards hardly got any musical instruments. So the mage spells made sense. Hey, Voidek, welcome in. How are you doing? You can see spinning and winning continues. Yeah, it does. I'll be done probably within about 15-20 minutes. I should have enough experience, hopefully, to level up the priest, cure stone on the alchemist, and then we'll move on. We'll go to the giants. There's some giants we're going to be fighting soon. Well, assuming our 4 boulders will be enough to get us past the catapult. Last time I had to shoot like 7 or 8, I think. I have 4 on me right now that I found when grinding. So hopefully that'll be enough. Voidex says, I had a great fun lately watching DeForte play Athena. Oh boy. Yeah, that game. That game was something else. Great entertainment value. I hope so. I'm glad you got entertainment out of it. That game had so much potential. That's what sucks. Could have been amazing. Dark Savant says those white worm, giant worm mobs in the mines are the most annoying enemies. Yeah, those are very dangerous. Jimmy says, I think it's a good looking game, but is it the controls? I've seen people practice speed runs and they're not having fun. You just need to, I think I did a review of that, Jimmy. You just need to go watch that. Or watch one of my streams and then you'll see why. There's many, many, many bad things. We can't count just one. It is a shame when a game has so much potential and there's a few things that ruin it, though. Jimmy says, I was watching a review of Neuromancer. I had forgotten about that piece of software. Yeah, that's an interesting one. Quite unique. Let's see. Jimmy needs 26,000. Yeah, we're real close. Jimmy says, yeah, the tone was weird in that one. All the serious parts were lifted right from the book, but there are all these comedy spots that seem out of place. Yeah. I haven't read the book, but I've heard others say the same thing. Another game I reviewed that is based on a book is Below the Root. I don't know if you saw that one or not. Hey, Secondhand, welcome in. How are you doing? Jimmy cleverly joined the priesthood to avoid taxes on his emporium, he says. Hey, have you been streaming Secondhand? Oh, almost every day. Cool. What time do you stream? Roasted corn. Jimmy says separation of church and state in Secondhand. 7 Eastern. Okay. What have you been streaming lately? What types of games? Thanks for giving Secondhand the shout out, Jimmy. He's been playing Shin Megami Tensei? Nocturne on Hard Blind. I'm not familiar with that game, so I don't know anything about it. But blind plays are always fun. Fun to watch. Hey, he says, Dan, welcome in. How are you doing? Jimmy says, I've played, I think, the second one. It was interesting, but didn't like how it separated your experience from the spirits or whatever you capture. So you have to grind for experience twice as much? Sounds weird. Secondhand says, think Pokemon, but with demons, and usually the world experienced an apocalypse or is very close to one. Okay. Thanks for giving Lemonhead ST the shout out, Jimmy. That's Sazdam, of course. First 2 games, you use a computer to summon and communicate with demons. Ah, okay. I think Jeff may have played that. It sounds familiar. Third one, you get implanted with a parasite like a mind flayer. Jimmy needs 20,000. Come on, Jimmy. So you turn into a demi-fiend. Flavor is pretty cool for a JRPG, yeah, Jimmy says, but the systems were a bit too experimental. Let's taste. Dark Savant says, I remember you telling me on another YouTuber stream of Wizardry 6 a few years ago. You got the Zatoichi bow in a drop. I never got the Zatoichi bow, but I did get an Excalibur only once. It was on my old computer, and the save is on the floppy disk. Yeah. Well, you can get the Zatoichi bow in the same place where you got the Excalibur. The exact same encounter. Jimmy says that game that Secondhand's talking about is very grindy. And Secondhand loves the systems and how punishing it is. Ooh, that's a lot of goblins. This is going to be a lot of experience. But could be very dangerous. Hide. Better try to stick. See, this power 3 is not going to be strong enough to kill those goblins in the back. But power 4, if I backfire or fizzle, that would be even bigger problem. So I'm going to have to stick with power 3. Okay, they're not caster types. We got lucky there. Nice. Dark Savant says, I got in the forest north of the Temple of Ran from pit fiends or the greater demons. I think it was from a Wraith Lord. It's like a 2% chance. You talking about the Zatoichi bow? Because the greater demons, I think, can give you that. Unless I'm confusing it with the diamond eyes. Jimmy says, that reminds me, DeForte. Have you interviewed Centauri Alliance? I was looking through your YouTube, but I don't think I saw it. It's a Michael Cranford game. I have not reviewed that, but it is on my list to eventually play. Yeah, he did that one. I think it was his last RPG, and then he did. Oh, what's it called? He did like an adventure game, a real-time adventure puzzle game, and he was a designer consultant for that basically. But Centauri Alliance was the last game he did on his own. It looks interesting from what I saw, but I think it's only on the Apple II, maybe? Voidex says, is it possible to backfire all enemy type spell? Not in my remasters. In the original game, yes. Yes, you could. But in these, it will only fizzle. Yeah, the Zatoichi bow can be found in the Greater Demons treasure. That's where you get that. I was just verifying. So if you got Excalibur, you could have got Zatoichi. Alright, we got some roasted corn again. Jimmy says, I read you can import your Wizardry 1 through 3, Bard's Tale, and Mind Magic characters into Star Alliance, which I've never heard of. It would make for Marathon Iron Man for you. Yeah, you can do that in Bard's Tale also. He put in imports on Bard's Tale from a bunch of different games. Let's see here. Yep, another Cranford game. That's right. That's where he started on. His Bard's Tale 1 was actually an expansion of a game he had worked on that he showed to Interplay, trying to get the job. He showed it to his friend Brian. Brian ran the company. And it was called something totally different, and it was more of a concept than anything else. And Brian let him run with it. And then he didn't want to call it the Bard's Tale, but that's what the consultant they hired came up with, so they went with it. Hey Soda, welcome in. How are you doing? You'd like to see a mod done of Wasteland? Yeah, there's a Wasteland remaster. You know that, right, Soda? The remaster is really nice. It was released, I don't know, 5 years ago maybe? Here we go, Priest! Okay, moment of truth. Oh man, I hope that's enough work of theology. Are you kidding me? That wasn't enough theology. We still don't have Kirstone. Well, we're going on without Zomble. Zomble's just going to be left in the dust. He's putting us too far behind. I'm going to get Cure Disease. You saw the remaster? Yeah. I actually streamed through that one all the way too. Eric Savant says, I read on a website you can get the Zatoichi bow Excalibur from Pit Fiends and Greater Demons in the Temple Ram. Also from Wraith Lords, which I think are in the forest area. Yeah, that's not correct, Dark Savant. You can get them only from the... It's called the Demon Loot, which you get from the Greater Demons. Yeah. No D-Stone. Dark Spot says, what about checking Queequeg and El Montes for Cure Stone? I already have several times. So we're just going to go on. We're going to move on. Scam. We got scammed. Okay. I'm going to turn back sound on and everything. What's up? Because I'm sure as heck not going to wait 311,000 experience. That is not the right way. Yeah, they'll change items in inventory, but not often. The Wizardry 7 engine works different than the Wizardry 6 engine. In Wizardry 6, it would generate new items all the time. It doesn't work that way in 7. They'll kind of latch on the items and only very rarely include a new one. And my new NPC Jasmine doesn't carry them. I didn't put them on her. Okay, this is the right place. I won't have magic screen, which is kind of a bummer. But we have no choice here. Let's see. Voidex says, let's hope Bernie will show up with the darn potion. It's possible, Voidek. I don't think I've seen Bernie in this run. So it is possible. Dark Silence says, yeah, I had to start my run over. Queequeg would have Wakazashis. Hey, Tim, welcome in. How are you doing? Let's hope we hit this catapult. Who has the rest of the rubber bands? What? I only have one rubber band? Let me make sure I didn't miss one. I didn't get the other 2 rubber bands? Seriously? Well, we won't be going through here then. Okay, mage. Wow. Okay. I just have to put the sprocket in, and then we have to go back and find the rubber bands. Get this moved. Pretty sad rubber band, man. Yeah. Yeah, what the heck? That's usually one of the first things I do, just so I don't have to mess with it anymore. Well, back to the dungeon. You're doing pretty good, Tim? Glad to hear it. I am doing great. Thank you for asking. Thank you, I am. We're going to be staying another 2 weeks to try to avoid this terrible temperature that's been happening. Alright, let's go get some rubber bands. Back into the maze. This one I already did. Oh, I didn't do this one. Well, there's one of them, so now I just have to find one more. Alright. This is a bit of a problem because this paralyze can potentially hit all 5 characters. Normally the 6th character is safe and excluded. So we're going to try to do some hiding here. And let's have you Superman. Priest. You're going to hide and you're going to try a blast. So Saz was hiding, but he got put to sleep. Yeah, we're all asleep now. And he's paralyzed. So the only one active right now is Duncan. And he's not active anymore. Okay, Mage is up again. Draconic dude, get hidden immediately. Quit messing around. I think I'm gonna conjure here. We can get it off in time. Okay, we got Greater Demon. We should be fine. Jimmy killed instantly. Okay, Monk is hiding, so we're going to use something here. Let's use an acid bomb. Severb, nuclear blast. Greater Demon. Look at that high-powered firestorm. These guys are toast. Dark Spots was selling that amulet in the beginning to El Montes for 16 grand to buy a ton of stuff early. Helps a ton. Yeah, Iron Man runs, that's super risky though. Let's see, Severb. What do I want you to do here? Shrill Sound? No, it's not going to work well. Ice Ball. Hey, Burgomeister, welcome in. How are you doing? I guess Magic Missile. Prismatic Ray. Unaffected. Saz finally woke up. Alright, now we gotta get Jimmy back. Come on, I know somebody has one. There it is. Dark Savant says, yeah, you should get 2 resurrection potions from the chest in the back room after killing Captain Maiden. Alright, we are back. We need 1 more rubber band. You're doing fine, Burgomeister? Glad to hear it. Poor Jimmy needs all the experience to save Bomble. Zomble, yeah. We already leveled him up and it wasn't enough. He didn't get enough theology. And so Zomble is still petrified. Alright, let's see if we can figure out where we're supposed to go. I think I have it on the fighter, the map. Can't get over there. Can't go that way. This is going to be hard to find. I still haven't even got the key of A minor. Assuming it's going to be over to the left. Then down there. Okay, here. What am I doing, Jimmy? Duncan. Here we go. Alright, let's go down. Pretty sure these are fairly wind resistant, but let's do it anyway. Alright, let's see if we've been down here. We have. Okay, we've explored all that, so I'm going to go back up here and go this way. I've been down here too. Yeah, we've been through all this. It's probably where I cracked a diamond, yep. Okay, let's see if there's any spot here. That doesn't help. I think I might do just straight attacks here. Word one. Yeah, I've been down all this too. Not gone this way, potentially. Let me see. Problem is the map will shift on you. Yeah, I have not been here. Okay. Alright, that's good news. That's darkness. That's going to be the double darkness. I don't think there's any... I think that might be where I get the key. But I don't think there's any rubber band in there. Let's go in here. In there. Okay. This one, I think, will lead to the wizard cave connection. No, one of these walls has a hidden button. I don't think it's this darkness spot. Ooh. Hey, Mr. Spock, welcome in. How are you doing? Run going well? Yeah, it is. I didn't get Cure Stone. I level up. Which sucks. Hi there, Merka-chan. Welcome to the stream and thanks for the follow. I also need to get one more rubber band piece. This is going to be where the wizard's cave is, like I said. Yeah. I have 4 heavy boulders that I'm carrying. Hopefully it'll be enough. And one character because they're stones, so it says, yeah, true. That is true. We're still grinding even though we don't want to. I'm going to exit, go back in, and then go back through. Okay. So we're going to go this way again. I think I'm going to go straight. Yeah, I haven't gone this way yet. Let's see if I've gone left here. I have not. Hopefully this will be... Yes, we found it. Now we just have to survive this crazy fight. Jungle vines. Okay, so only one group of hydro plants. That's good news. So wind's gonna be crappy here. I can web one of these. And that'll prevent him from being able to do something. Let's put a power 5 web. You're gonna hide. And you're gonna nuclear blast. Sucks climbing up the hill for the boulders, yeah. It does. That's why I generally try to get it just from grinding giants. We're paralyzed again. Nobody gets an option. They're hitting Zomble, and he's petrified. Come on, wake us up. Don't keep paralyzing, wake us up. Okay, Saz got woken up. Is he gonna? Yeah, he got paralyzed. Boydex says, does dehydrate do double damage against hydro plants? LOL. Mage is dead? No. The answer to that is no. Let's see if somebody gets unparalyzed here from a hit. Not re-paralyzed from a hit. We have 3 dead, 1 petrified. Okay, Duncan's back. He's going to go for these Hydra plants. I don't think he has... Well, we do have some scrolls. I think he's better off attacking it. Armor shielding himself would be a good idea too. Let's do that first. If you can get off in time. There we go. Okay. Yep, missile shield does work on the Guardians. Alright, they ran out of stamina, so they're dead. But so are we. We have 3 dead and 1 petrified. But we got our rubber band. Alright. I don't think I have any cure paralysis potions. I think I used them. Okay. I have 1 charge left in this. Who's most vital here? I think Severb. Alright, this is why we bought all these magic cookies, and we are keeping the corn. We gotta get him brought back. Really? As soon as I exit, we get encountered? Seriously? That's a scam. Yeah. No way, but yes way. Alright. Let's see here. We need some stamina back. Hit points. Iron Man runs, they're an expert, they're no joke. Alright. Let me make sure. I think I used up the last charge. These magic cookies. Let's eat one of those. We have heavy heals. Let's put this invisible potion on the mage. I'm going to use magic screen scroll. So I'm going to use Enchanted Blade. Alright, now let's go back to the castle. We can make it there without dying. Ugh, not good. Okay. Yeah, those were dangerous ones, giving us that much experience. Well, I guess it is cut in half. It's cut in half because half our party's dead. You thought the found in the mines cured stone, Dark Savant? That's a good question. I'm not really sure. I don't know. I'll visit Jasmine while we're here. Alright, we should have a lot of money queued up. 11,000. Let's see if she has anything here. Nothing we want. There's a fountain by the demon where you lower the demon pit to in the king's bedroom area. One of them's bad, one of them's good. I think one of those might cure stone. But I don't remember which one's good and which is bad. I think it'll poison you if you pick the wrong one. Which we could easily cure that if that's all it does. That's the wrong way. Okay, let's see here. So the question is, do I go get some resurrection potions? Quick first. I think I will. Okay. He doesn't have resurrection. I think I discovered that last time. I don't think, yeah, I did. And what's his name doesn't have me either. Oh, Monty's. I am El Montes. Yeah, we have 2 dead characters, Mr. Spock, and a petrified character. Yeah, he just has cure disease. That doesn't do us any good. We're gonna go try the fountain. I just don't remember if it will cure stone. Gonna find out. Yeah, it says that too. Jimmy says, I'm on the front line. What is this? 13 cleric. Fight first party? No, we're okay. We're okay, guys. Check this fountain out over here. Okay, that did not cure. Didn't cure stone. So that's not a good one. We have no cure disease or resurrection potions to buy anywhere. I get the alchemist leveled up. He can get resurrection, but he needs 126,000. What does the priest need now? 135,000. So I think my only option is to try the fountain in the mines and see if that'll cure stone. It's going to be super dangerous getting over there. But I don't have much of a choice. Alright, well, we'll take a shortcut here. Someone has a hazard shield. Scroll, I just have to figure out who it is. Jump down the pit. Okay. Back to where we came from. Miss Fox blaming Jimmy. It's his fault for wearing the Viking helmet. Gave us a false sense of confidence. Did I make a wrong turn? Hang on. There it is. All right. I don't know what these are. Which type they are. Okay, they're weak, good. They're the ones that are spell resistant, but we can kill them with straight damage. Miss Fox says, I always think these walls look like some sort of alien body. Yeah, they do. It's supposed to be like a catacombs. Trying to remember. I think I already. I don't think I passed this up yet. So this is the one I need to go in. All right. See if I can figure out my way again. That's not it. Holy moly! Jimmy says it's very guts monster, as I've heard the term in gaming movie circles. All right. Should be in here somewhere. Okay. This isn't bad. I'm gonna save my spells actually. Let's do simple freeze all. Okay. All right. I think I went backwards again. I keep coming out of the same place. I'm missing one of my turns. No? Okay. How am I ending up over here? I'm going the wrong direction. Oh yeah, I'm in the wrong one. Yeah, I didn't go far enough. Okay. That's why I keep messing this up. This is the wrong one. I need to go over here more. This is the one I'm supposed to be in. There we go. Moment of truth. It did. It cured stone. Zomble's back. So now we have to get somebody leveled up so that we can resurrect. Wow, the mage is really close to level up time. We either have to get the alchemist or the priest. This area is very, very dangerous to grind in because there's these psionic worms. I can get, at least I can cast magic screen here. We'll get that back on. Zomble here. I don't remember if he had another buff spell. It's been so long. We haven't seen Zomble for so long. Look how low his spell points are. Oh my goodness. He's so far behind. What level is he? 9. He's 2 levels behind the priest. Getting more spell points on the mage will be a big deal. Alright, spell. Blizzard. I thought I was going to be done grinding, but I'm not because I have to now get resurrection. Bard's, oh, the Bard's down. He's my identifier. So I can't ID this stuff right now. Oh yeah, these are what I don't want to be fighting. can cast this. Okay. Nice. Good experience. The mage is pretty quick, so usually he gets to go first, which is nice. Hey, Zombo, welcome in. How are you doing? Blind. Yeah, characters on stone, and we have 2 dead. Earlier, we only had 2 characters left. We had 4 total incapacitated. So it was a bit scary. Yeah, it was a very close call. Yeah, these are very dangerous. I don't have ice shield in case these are the cold breathing type. But actually, hold on, back up. Five. Acid bomb. And nuclear blast power 4. Good. Those are probably the psionic. Yeah. You can tell based on how much experience they're giving us. Those get a go, you're in trouble. Alright, Zombo, let's see how much you need. 97,000. Priest needs 185,000. Trying to see who can get resurrection first. I'm not sure Zombo will be qualified, actually. Yeah, Zombo's no longer a statue, and we have 2 dead characters, though. So, we're definitely not out of the woods. No boulder. Traded 1 statue for 2 skeletons. Soda says. We did. Good news is this is catching Zombo up a little bit. Wow. This is very rare. I do want to check one thing. I don't remember if... Okay. It's there. I'm pretty sure the key, the key of A minor is hidden in one of those hidden in the darkness. The secret button push, but I don't remember for sure where it's at. You just hit level 5, you're getting 2 rows of enemies by the stamina fountain. Zombie needs 81,000 now. Scroll. Can't ID it. Let's see. The priest does have the identify spell, I think. Let's ID it that way. Remove curse. I was hoping it was going to be resurrection. Get lucky, but it wasn't. Remove curse is still good though. Dark Savant says, I hate it when you accidentally hit the fight button when leaving an NPC happened to me. Yeah, that does suck. Misclick. Death by misclick. Dwarves. Nuked dwarves. Alright, Zomble, 68,000. Getting close. Okay, this will give us a lot. In fact, I need to take this a little more seriously. Let's do a whirlwind. Acid bomb. Nuclear blast. $10,000. Nice. Yeah, air magic doesn't work on those. I need to quit trying. Ah, here comes the insanity. I do have sane mind on the priest. Alright, now we gotta cure fighter. Okay. You don't have sane mind. There's a really good chance you're gonna get party wiped with it after you get insane here. Because you can't rest. It takes forever for those to happen. Yeah, sleep on the worms. Sleep is actually air resistant. It won't work on those in my remasters. It's different in the original game, but in the remasters, sleep is consistent across all three games. It's air. Let's see. Acid bomb. Yeah, they kind of changed a lot of the resistances in Wizardry 8. And so some of them, when I went back and redid all these, I refactored all the resistances to be consistent. Usually I picked what Wizardry 8 had, but not always. It was whatever made most sense and would balance out the realms. And it made sense for sleep to be air related. Oh, wow. Okay, this will be a lot of experience. Let's do a Superman just in case. One resisted. Got 2 wolf rats. 18,000. Nice. Fighter level up. Actually, let's put it in the scouting. Almost got to be close now. Take a look. 24,000. Wow. I need to look and see what his alchemy is. 79. Yeah, he should be able to get resurrection at the level up. Um, Burgermeister says, I have beat the remaster version of this you made. I want to replay it again, though, and try an unconventional party. Yeah, absolutely. There's so many options. Oh, okay. Nice. Here we go. Oh, no resurrection? Oh, gosh. Alright. I probably should get Ice Shield. Invisibility could be useful too. Toxic Cloud's great also though. Toxic Cloud is poison resistance, not air resistance, so I think I'm gonna go with that. Well, we gotta get Jimmy leveled up. He's got 85. Watch, he'll get leveled up and he won't get it either. He needs 83,000. Awaken counts, right? Soda says. LOL. Yeah, it must be a level 7 spell. I didn't remember. I feel like in Wizardry 6, Resurrection is level 7. But I think or level 6. I think I changed it. Because it makes sense for it to be higher. Okay. Duncan trying to kill Somble. So does this can't make any resurrection potions? No. There's no way to make items in the game. Burgermeister says, imagine if Sane Mind could backfire. That would be funny. I mean, what would happen? You mean like it become permanent where you can never get rid of it? Let's see here. Alchemist. Screen. Just cause insanity? Oh, you're talking about it like it would randomly pick someone that wasn't insane already and cause them to become insane. Gotcha. Okay, white worms. Sever nuclear blast. Oh boy. These are tough. Everybody's insane. Everybody has fun. Everybody Wang Chen tonight. Let's see here. S-bomb. See who gets their turn. Okay. It's a little better. And you failed to cast Sane Mind. Try again. Lots of turns lost. Oh. There we go. Sanity is a brutal condition. Okay, Duncan is back. Okay. Everybody's sane again. And Jimmy needs 57,000. Next level up. Hey, Pandora, welcome to the stream. How are you doing? Yeah, this is Wizardry 6 Remastered that I did. We're doing an Iron Man run on Expert. We are pretty full. So I need some of this. This is on the monk. Once he's back, no longer dead. So, we get Jimmy leveled up, then we can raise dead, well, resurrect Draconic Dude and Saz. Nuclear Blast, here we go. You played 8 and kind of enjoyed the story. You remember that the level scaling, you had an issue with it. I think it was because dungeons scaled on the first entry only. No. The monsters can despawn. So the level scaling in Wizardry 8 only goes up to a certain limit. And then monsters can despawn and then it can spawn new, depending on the area. You may have to just rest for a while. But depending on what level you play it on, like expert or whatever, it will drastically become harder, which I'm assuming you probably didn't play it on expert your first run. But each area has a different max kind of level or difficulty of the monsters. And if you exceed that in some areas, then what happens is you'll get a random encounter of any type. So it could end up being super easy or it could end up being very difficult. It's all over the place if you exceed that. Let's see here, Superman him. It was a while ago, so you don't remember much. Gotcha. Let's see. Burgermeister says, yeah, in the monastery, for example, if you stayed in too long and level up too much, it would spawn those rats that disease you. So you always try to get out before it does that. Yeah. If you get up high enough level, it'll actually do what I said, and you'll start getting easier again. But that's really hard to do, unless your save's coming. If your save's coming, then it's not. Suburb. It's whipping his own team. What the heck? Let's see here. There we go. For those that don't know, I have I've done a solo expert Iron Man run in Wizardry 8 and beat it. With a single character. Without using stealth. That was fun. Guess we'll try Whirlwind. Ooh, these are the magic resistant type. It's gonna be up to Duncan. Nice. Pandora says, yeah, I was not sure if I hated the level scaling because it was too hard or too easy. Dark Savant says, I played 8 a long time ago, and all I remember is killing that frog in the swamp over and over for experience. Are you talking about Brekik? There's only one instance of him. You can't kill him over and over. Unless you found some kind of bug. Let's see. That was a good amount. Wow, 27,000. Two little bitty slimes. Grinding like that won't make it so you are under-equipped for monster, Pandora asks. Who are you asking, me? And I don't know what you're talking about. If you are. Alright, Jimmy, how much you need? 24,000. Come on, give us some of those worms. Give us 11,000. Pandora says, yeah, just in some games, like in the Saga series, if you grind, monsters get stronger, but your equipment sucks too. So they wipe you. Ah, okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah, I think JRPGs are more that way than traditional RPGs. Jimmy says he remembers the Saga series being very strange. Severed Fizzle? Severed fizzled. Come on, Severed, get good. Nuclear blast. So you have a nuclear weapon. Yeah, we do. As long as Severed doesn't fizzle like he did. Firestorm. $21. Let's see what we got. Are these the same? No, they're not. More acid fix. Icicle, okay. Kill the giant frog Brekik in the swamp wizardry multiple times, farm experience points. After killing Brekik, you leave the area, rest or travel for return later to find the giant frog as respawn. I don't think that's true, Dark Savant. I have never seen that. So unless you were playing a bugged version, that doesn't happen. You asked AI. Well, AI is wrong on that. That can't happen. And believe me, I have played that game so many times. He drops a He drops a giant frog leg. If you could kill him multiple times, you'd end up with a whole bunch of giant frog legs on the ground. But maybe that was a bugged version you have. Yeah, the bottom two characters dead, so we're trying to get Resurrection to bring him back. It was your bought copy from the store, Darkside? It was probably super old then, because that's been fixed for 20 years. That's crazy. Do you still have that original version? That would be crazy. You still have the original? Nice. That's cool. Yeah, I wonder what version of the game you had. Jimmy says, I've been turning the AI feature off on my search engines. So much garbo data. Like the AI will say one thing, and the first link will contradict it. Yeah. Yeah, they're great for giving ideas. Like if you're looking for an idea or, hey, what about this? Something subjective, they're great. But if you're trying to get real facts, they're terrible. Because I'll test it with things that I know for sure 100% true, and it gets it wrong. It's like, oh my gosh. And then you have to try to convince it and tell it what it's doing wrong. And then it'll still get it wrong. And I've tried, the only one I haven't tried that's mainstream is Claude. I've tried Google's engine, I've done OpenAI's ChatGPT, I've done Microsoft's Copilot. All of them are wrong so frequently that you just have to fact check everything they say, and then sometimes it doesn't even save you time. But for ideas, it's great. It's like, tell me something that's kind of like this, or here, take this data and reformat it for me. Just simple little things like that. It's great for generating simple code too, if you know what you want. Here we go, priest level up. Let's see if we get resurrection. Oh gosh, 92 theology. I wonder if that's enough. It's not enough. I can't believe it. It's still not enough. Wow. Scam! It is a scam, Zomble. Jimmy's a disaster. Oh, well, look at that. There's Cure Stone, at least. I'm going to take that while I can get it. Well, looks like we'll have another stream of grinding. Oh. Painful. The good news is I would have to grind anyway at some point, so I'm getting out of the way now. It'll save us grinding later. But yeah, it's funny. That was a scam, Mr. Spock. Pandora says, I once asked the Facebook AI how to get the power armor early in Fallout 2, and it mixed location from New Vegas and Fallout 1. Yeah, they also always agree with you. Yeah, that's true. And then you can correct it. And they'll be like, oh yeah, you're right, I'm sorry. And they'll be like so persistent. It's really funny. Mr. Spock says, at least more aren't dead. Yeah, exactly. We'll look on the bright side, right? Okay, everybody. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you next time.